Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. The history of aerial warfare can hardly be narrated without referring to these brave American soldiers on the edge of helicopter doors, braving unimaginable odds to cover friendly forces while demolishing enemy targets with extreme accuracy. The door gunner or flying shotgun rider was one of the most outstanding aerial battle concepts developed by America during the Vietnam War. Back then, helicopter gunships were manned by a crew of 3, the pilot, co-pilot, and the crew chief, who would serve as the man on the gun supporting ground troops. The role became more aggressive as the war intensified, calling for an additional gun to cover the second door of the gunship so that shooting could be done simultaneously from both sides of the gunship. This brought in the 4th crew member, a trained door gunner specialist. They would be strapped to the seats with their guns ready to fire. They were the eyes and ears of the crew, trained to scrutinize the ground from any height and identify enemy activity by their sizes, their shapes, their colors, and even by their very shadows. The helicopter pilot and co-pilot operated the rocket system from the cockpit, while the observant door gunners would open suppressive fire on mobile ground targets. This combination became an absolute game changer. The use of door gunners soon became a permanent fixture in the U.S. military, especially in the Navy, where sailors must be on a constant lookout not only for enemy vessels and trespassing aircraft, but, surprisingly, for vicious drones of all types and sizes. Today, these unmanned aerial systems pose a real danger, necessitating not only accurate surface-to-air weapons, but also trained door gunners to take them down and neutralize any danger they may represent. These are real dangers that call for real actions. Actions like the annual live fire exercise put together by the Department of Defense to track and shoot down target drones. The technicalities involved in engaging targets from a noisy, moving helicopter are just enormous. That is why all future sharpshooters must be thoroughly trained to fit the role. Door gunners are drilled on special skills, not only for taking out flying objects at sea, but also on identifying, targeting, and neutralizing them even on another moving naval vessel. Aboard a U.S. Navy warship at sea, gunners prepare for a live fire exercise. The ocean is calm, but the tension on deck is focused and deliberate. This is a real-world drill designed to sharpen the skills of the ship's crew against potential maritime threats. The training begins with the deployment of remote-controlled target boats. These small, high-speed craft simulate the erratic maneuvers of enemy vessels or suicide boats. Controlled from a safe distance, they provide a dynamic and unpredictable training challenge. As the targets begin to maneuver, the order is given. Communication across the ship is clear and concise. Every movement is coordinated for safety and effectiveness. The roar of the first burst pierces the air as tracers streak across the water. Each round impacts with white sprays, tracking the movement of the simulated threat. Gun crews adjust their aim, compensate for the ship's motion, and continue firing in disciplined bursts. Crew members rotate through firing positions, ensuring that all qualified personnel get hands-on experience. This is about identifying threats, calculating distances, and coordinating within a team under pressure. The gunners must track moving targets, estimate lead, and apply marksmanship fundamentals under real sea conditions. The remote boats are difficult to hit, but that is the point replicating real scenarios where seconds count. Ammunition handlers ensure continuous reloads, while safety officers monitor every action. All systems are observed and recorded for later analysis. This data helps evaluate accuracy, target engagement time, and weapon performance. The exercise continues with increased difficulty, multiple targets, limited visibility, and added communications drills. Every variable is designed to push the crew's capabilities and readiness further. When the final rounds are fired and the target boats are recovered, the crew transitions to an after-action review. Feedback is immediate and direct. What went well is noted, and what needs improvement is addressed for future drills. This type of training ensures that when real threats emerge, U.S. Navy crews are not just familiar with their weapons, they're prepared to use them with precision, coordination, and confidence. Of course, These heavily armed naval vessels don't solely rely on helicopters to engage the enemy. Most ships in the U.S. Navy are heavily armed with various missiles, cannons, and torpedoes. These include the RIM 7C Sparrow, a 12-foot-long surface-to-air homing missile capable of traveling at roughly 2,600 miles per hour. However, its primary job is not attack, but defense. Specifically, the Sea Sparrow is intended to intercept and destroy incoming enemy missiles or drone aircraft. The missile is stored in a series of deck-mounted batteries. Once fired, it uses sophisticated radar technology to track and engage its target. When directly engaging enemy vessels, the most effective weapon is a torpedo. This is essentially a missile designed to travel through the water. They are often deployed aboard submarines, destroyers, and other Navy ships. Because they do not need to move through the air, torpedoes can be much heavier and pack far more explosive power than missiles. Its maximum speed is estimated to be just 63 miles per hour. Though they differ in many ways, using a combination of both missiles and torpedoes allows ships to do incredible damage to enemy vessels. Every now and then, the United States military and other law enforcement agencies conduct a unique exercise known as the Visit, Board, Search, and Seizure, or simply VBSS exercise. It is a term used for maritime boarding actions and tactics. The VBSS exercise provides the Marines with unmatchable skills to combat terrorism, piracy, and smuggling, capture enemy vessels, and conduct safety, customs, and other inspections. On March 19, 2021, the Marines conducted the VBSS training event aboard the expeditionary mobile base vessel USS Lewis B. Puller. The Marines chased the ship, pulled over at the side, and climbed up to secure the ship. This demonstration provided the Marines with the necessary skills to infiltrate and recover Navy ships captured by the enemy. Another method of conducting the VBSS is to infiltrate from the air via helicopter. The Marines use thick ropes to glide down from the helicopter. It is important for the Marines to act quickly and take control of the ship so that there remains no chance for the enemy to retaliate. The evolution of aerial and maritime warfare highlights the relentless innovation and bravery of U.S. forces. These strategies and trainings ensure America remains prepared to counter emerging threats with precision, adaptability, and unmatched skill. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.